Okay, so today we're going to start off kind of the same way we did yesterday. So I'm going to let him loose and kind of see what he does. So he just kind of takes off again. So that hopefully will change in the future once he starts to realize that the more that the center is actually his point of resting. Hucker's out. So we're going to set him out here, let him establish direction again. I'm going to put the stick down because he doesn't really need the stick. If we're already cantering, we don't want to up the ante. Easy. That's kind of deep there. Not one corner. Good. Just let him cruise a little bit, get used to his surroundings before we start trying to ask him to actually do something. Good. I wasn't actually going to intend to ask him to turn there, but he caught onto my body language and did a nice turn. Easy. Easy. Good. Step in front. Point. Good boy. Good boy. Step in front. Point. Good. Really good turns. Good boy. Good boy. Step in front. Point. Good. So what we're wanting to achieve here, which is what he's doing, is he's turning into us always. We never want a horse to show us their hind end because that's a sign of, kind of disrespect. They're in a pasture in the wild. If a horse shows another horse their hind end, it means, screw you, get out of here. So when we do round pen work, you always want them to turn in towards you. And you draw them back to turn them in towards you instead of pushing them. Like I'm not cutting him off and forcing him to turn. He is making that decision to turn into me. And the one that moves the least is the one that's in charge. Now see how small his circle's getting? Because he learned from yesterday, just in one session, that the center is the resting spot. So I'm sure if I come in front of him here and turn away, he's going to come to the center. Because he already knows that this is where he gets to rest. So we're going to let him rest here because he did a beautiful job. His feet kept moving and he came right on in. Got a nice lick and a chew there. Relaxing. And that's great. And he was much calmer today grooming. Much calmer. Just not quite so reactive. Now, we had a pretty big storm last night, so it could be part and reason for that. Who knows? I like to give him some scratches here, just kind of love on them, teach him that this is a nice place to be here in the center with me. And I kind of think that he might be one of those horses that I have to end up keeping out and keeping moving versus him sort of wanting to go away from me. Ah, because you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. Good. So I'm going to try my invisible halter. So I pretend like I have an invisible halter on him. I ask him to lead around. Because he did so well with that right off the bat with his turns, I'm not going to push that much further. Like if they're doing a good job, we don't need to keep running them around. Try a little harder maneuver, see if he can roll back around. Good boy. Yeah, he's really connected, so he doesn't need to do a lot more of that. This was his harder side yesterday. Get my invisible halter. See how it's sticky there? He's not moving over like I'd like him to. I'm going to ask him to turn. Hello. Good. See, now he's going to leave. So now he'll get to work. Almost picked up the crop, but I figured I could just slap my leg and he would move off, and he did So you don't need to up the ante there. He's pretty smart. Like this area over here is kind of deep. So see how he just asked to come in again? He's like, I made a mistake. I don't want to be out here. I want to be in by you. See? No, come on. That's the biggest misconception about thoroughbreds, is that everybody thinks that they are crazy and hot. Majority of them are like this guy. They are lazy and they're smart. So they realize, like, if they have a resting spot, they're going to use that resting spot. Good boy. Good licking at you there. And I like how he stopped with me on his right side, because that was the side yesterday he was giving me a lot of blocking and worry. Now we're okay if he wants to lick around. This is the biggest thing with this horse, is I want him to learn to bring himself back down to neutral. So there he did great. He looked around, something kind of got his attention. He's still a little bit higher alert right now. And I imagine he will relax in a second. There we go. Lowers his head. Yeah. Licked and chewed. Perfect. So when he's in this mindset, now I'm going to clip on my visible halter again, see if I can get him to turn now, which I can a lot easier. Good boy. Good luck. We're also 5, so we get distracted by poop and things in the round pen. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, he's very receptive to body language, which I think that is also why he's probably had these issues. I imagine because he's so sensitive to where my body is. If you get amped up, or he gets afraid of your body language with with your emotions of getting on him, then I can see that kind of becoming too much for him very quickly. Like, you have to be quite aware of what you're asking with your body. Like, he would not do great with an anxious rider at this age. I imagine, with how much he's improved from yesterday already. I'm gonna ask him if I can come on this side. Good. Like, this is great. Couldn't ask for better. Don't block me. See, he's kind of blocking me there. Good. Let me on that side. So I'm going to ask him to let me on that side. Dip under his neck. Good. Come on. Go. Where'd you go? Come on. Ask him to let me go on the other side. Move around. See if he'll keep up to me if we run. Like, where are you going? Come on. It's so cute. He's like, what? Huh? He's like, I just want to walk in circles. And you can be on the outside. I'll lend you. It's going to be fine. Cute boy, huh? Okay, so now we will move to what we did last time, yesterday, which is this fun throwing the rope over. I'm going to ask him to tip his head in towards me again, so if he got spooked, his hind end will go that way, not into me. Good, that's much better today too. Look at that, nice bend in his neck. Make it nice and easy for me to put that on. Okay. I'm going to set him up in the center. See, already he's being resistant, so I'm just holding here and asking him to shift his hip. Good, there, good. He's definitely the kind of horse that could get overwhelmed quickly. Good. See, he's already like Oh no, rope. So today I'm going to start again by throwing it at him while he's standing. It's a little jumpy still. Better than yesterday with this. Not quite as tense in our body. Every time it touched him yesterday, he made this like flinchiness. Still a little flinchy though. See that like noise he's making, like, yeah, it's okay, see? I'll rub him with it. Good boy. Yeah, it's a rope. Good. Always being aware that they can move at any moment or it can be too much at any moment. So you always want to make sure you have a nice grip about, a little over a foot away from the snap. So if they are to jettison off, they're not going to run into you again. Good. 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 Okay, I'm going to rub it on him. I'm going to do the other side today. Good, you're fine. Good. Put this on him first. Good. Throwing it over. Good, you're fine. Kind of hitting him with like multiple parts of the rope today. Just very kind of like, every time it touches him, he's breathing inwards and holding his breath. And boy. Good, much better. So when he relaxes there, I'll rub it on him, tell him it's okay. Good, he licks and chews. Eye is nice and soft there. Good. Okay. So I'm going to up the ante a little bit and start putting it at his face, which I imagined he would like the least. Because the only way to get over horses being head shy is to have things fly at their head. So if he's had something in his face, I want him facing me. Good. Good. There you go. I'll do it kind of from the other side. Now, we're definitely not hurting him. I'm very gentle with the rope when it is coming out of his face because there's a lot of sensitive tissues on your face. And I wouldn't want someone throwing something at my face. I would probably back up too. So I just make sure that it's like, or like this, where it's suddenly coming up in the air near his face. Make sure he's not leaving because of that. Good boy. You did great with that. Okay, so today, I'm going to step him off of my stick. Nice him back up a little bit. He was kind of in my face there. Okay, so today we're going to use the stick and string a little bit more because that way, if he has a reaction like he did yesterday, I'm not right on top of him. So I'm going to swing it over here and get closer to his body. Good, he's doing great. Now I'm going to swing it over his belly. Just like the string, just like the lead rope that we did just a few minutes ago. Good, he's handling this great. Good, I'm going to rub it on him. Tell him it's his friend before upping the ante and asking him to go. Good, much better today. Really good, low head, really good. When we did this yesterday, oops, I don't drop the stick and string. When we did this yesterday, he about lost his mind. A little bit of anxiety there when I bent down, but that's also understandable. When you bend down in a round pen, you look like a predator. You look like you're getting ready to pounce. So if your horse, if you're wanting your horse to go faster or something, like I'll sometimes crouch, but just know that if you're in the round pen and you drop something, when you go to go down, keep an eye on them because they'll likely go faster and be a little afraid of you. Good. So he came to a stop there with my rhythmic pressure of the lead rope. I'm going to ask him to keep moving. I'd like to see him just be able to walk with this flying over his head. Huckers is helping me here. Good. Definitely not freaking out. I'm just holding him by fingertips here. So he could absolutely be leaving if he wanted to. not holding him. Good. There, that's perfect. See how we're moving? But I'm rhythmically putting pressure on him with this rope, which he did not like yesterday. And I'm going to rub him to stop. Good. Really good, buddy. Much better. Yeah, now he's checking it out. When horses, the way horses' brains somehow work, which I don't really know why that is, but when they start to not become afraid they'll first be afraid of something and they'll want to run. Then when they become less afraid of it, they become really curious about the object. I'll ask him one more time. See if we can keep him at a walk this time, and I'm going to try and kind of put it in other places, not just around his belly. So maybe go higher, maybe go around the tush, around his back legs. Really good. Good. And if he's just trying to stop, that's the perfect response. If I'm having to say, keep walking, that's good. Good boy. Really good. Smart boy. What an improvement. Just like that, he was saying, please, can I stop? I was like, yeah, now we can stop. And woo, beautiful turn. What a smart horse. Okay, I'm going to rub this on his face, too. Make sure he's not afraid of it on his face. Good boy. Really good, buddy bear. Really good, buddy. Yeah, I have a feeling we're not even going to have to worry about the mounting part as much as we think, because we have already essentially fixed this whole wanting to run when something flies at us thing. Good boy. Good. Okay, we're going to try the other side, which is his harder side. So again, different side of the body is a different side of the brain. So already there's tension there. He tried to block me. So I'm just going to ask him to let me come on this side. I'm going to start rhythmically throwing it over again. So we go back to square one, throwing while we're standing. Good. Good. The lips moving, much more relaxed about this today. Good boy. We're going to rub. Go under his belly. We're going to go around his bottom, go around his legs, around his front legs. And it's funny because like these horses, like most of them, you know, majority I've seen haven't ever had this kind of training, but they're, you know, tacked up and saddled at a really young age. And most of them are like very accepting of it, but then there tends to be problems later on like this because they haven't ever had this exposure. So it will formulate in other ways, like the mounting, when if this was done in the beginning, that wouldn't be a problem. It's like I know a horse has been started well when they don't have these little issues. Okay, so I'm going to ask him to walk on. So yesterday he had a little bit of an issue with lunging, but we're doing better already. Yesterday he kept trying to block me. So he's a little bit speedier this way, which is what I expected. I'm just going to keep trying to rhythmically put pressure on throwing over his back. Good. Very good. Going to ask him to stay in a walk. Good boy. Good boy. Always having his nose slightly tipped in towards me while making a big enough circle that his big body can get around. Okay. So that spooked him a little bit there. It kind of like weirdly touched him and it freaked him out for some reason. Lord knows why. It's like the thing where you have something in the arena, but it's been there their whole life. But then one day they decide that it just is scary as heck. So I'll wait till he asks to walk. Good. See how he just kind of reacts a little bit more easy. He's afraid of it right now. So I'm just going to pet him on it. You're okay, my bubs. Good. Licking and chewing. Asking him to leave. Good. Just kind of gets a little worked up about it. So again, like this is why we do groundwork. Because on the left side of him, I would have gotten on. So on the right side, I will not. Rhythmic over his back until we get a good walk. That's why you have to do both sides. Good. My energy is really low and calm. Get the lead rope wrapped around my leg here. Good there. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Now we're calming down. I'm going to rub him with the stick till he stops. Good boy. Good choice. Now he's inquisitive about it. Good. Licking and chewing. Shows that he's releasing all his tension. So you have to wait for him to give us a sign of release. And that is, those are licking and chewing like he's doing right now. It's blowing out, going. He'll often do that like in the canter a lot. Lowering his head, blinking his eyes, having a soft expression in his eyes. Those are all things that show that they're relaxed and calm. I'm going to ask him to walk on again. Boy. This time I'm going to throw it in other places. See if we can keep him walking. Or see if he decides to keep walking, I should say. Because they make the decisions. It's all on them with this. It's all if they decide to go. So he started trotting when I put it around his hind legs. So we'll keep it around his hind legs until he decides to walk. See, like that, he kind of just has a tendency to get a little blocky. I'm looking at his hip, asking him to go that way. All right. Relax. He gets kind of worked up in his body, so I'm just going to ask him to stop, and then I'm going to sneak down his side like this. There. And then just say, all I want is you to go that way. Good. There we go. Good boy. Ask him to keep going forward. Good. Go back to the legs, which he's not a big fan of at the trot. See how he kind of scoots forward? Keep that going till we walk. Good. And oftentimes they're afraid of their legs being caught up in something because, of course, with no legs, they can't run away. And that is normally the horse's method of escape, is running. Very rarely will you get aggressive horses that will fight you. Ask him to keep going. Good. He wasn't so reactive there. I'm going to just put this on his rump. He's a little bit upset about it being right here, which is interesting. Let's see how we have to do a lot more work on this side. Good boy. Rubbing. Good. So that I kind of fished it under his belly, and he did not like that. Ask him to walk on. See if he gets it. He doesn't. I'm going to ask him to walk on again. Didn't get it. I'm going to use my sneaking method. He's backing up. I'm walking forward so I don't get squished between him and the fence. Good. Whoa. Whoa. I'm going to bring it back. Good. There you go. There he goes. Good. So this time I'm kind of fishing it under his belly. Yeah, see how reactive he is to just me putting my hands up. Easy. Just lightly slapping it on his belly. Every time it hits him, he jumps. Easy. So that could also be a sign that, it's like when you go to get on, maybe your leg hits down on his belly like that, and that's where he doesn't like it. I'm not asking him to go. Keep going, friend. Easy. Sneak down his side. Whoa. 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 Gets real blocky there. He thinks I'm going to hit him, feels like. Good. And then he's like, okay, you're not. I remember. Walk on. Because remember, we could do this all day long with him standing. Was no problem. But this kind of throwing is a little freaky for him. We're getting there. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good licks and chews there. Good licks and chews. Good man. I'm going to ask him to walk on again. Walk on. Good. Looking at his hind end. Good. Making sure to use my voice and point with my finger so that he understands that I mean go forward. And that I'm not using the crop to make him go faster. Good. Much better. Take it up. Whoop. Much better. I'm going to come up and over. Yeah, that freaked him out. Okay. But he actually handled that really well. So you see how he freaked out there when I did it, but then he immediately went back to a calm walk? That's what we want. I'm fine with you being a horse. If you are scared of something, sure, everybody's going to go, ooh. But what I don't want is I don't want you bolting off. Good. And I think that's what people forget sometimes. It's like, he's also 5. He has a baby brain. He's new to this world. And we have to teach them. And it takes time to remove that complete jumpiness from them takes years. That's why I always recommend, your seniors, your 20 plus year olds for kids. Because they don't have that jumpy factor anymore, or they shouldn't if they've been worked with their whole lives. Whereas like with him, he's probably going to be a little jumpy for, at least 5 more years. But what I don't want is him being jumpy and then taking off. Bucking, rearing, running, anything like that. Good boy. Go big. Yeah, see, like that. See, but then he came right back, right? It scared the crap out of him. Literally, he farted. But he was fine, too. He's now still walking. We're not taking off and being like, holy but Jesus. A mountain lion just came out of nowhere and jumped on my back. Good. He did really good there. I kind of just surprised him with it. I'm going to go, whoo. See, I'm not holding him. He has the opportunity to go. I have my thumb on this lead rope. If he wants to go, he can go. Go back to rhythmic. Rhythmic. Good. I'm going to go, woo! Nothing. I'm going to bring it down here. And my aim here is just to surprise him. Good. He did really good there. Didn't even flinch that time. And again. Oh, even better. Even better. Good. A little flinch there. Keep him on a circle. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Licks and chews. Keep it going. Thank you, sir. Woo! Woo! The thing with 5-year-olds and baby horses in general, the quieter you are, the less desensitized they'll be. The more spooky they will be. If you kind of pussyfoot around them and treat them with kid gloves, then you will have a horse that's more spooky. The more you can kind of... Good. That one's much better, letting me down that side. Good. Starting to trust me a little bit more. Don't want him to be squeezed in here next to the fence while we do this. We're not trying to turn up the pressure that bad. Ooh. Good. Because if he learns to slow down when he's scared, perfect. Then we have accomplished the goal. Good. Really good there. Woo! Woo! The more loud we can be with our body, the better. Oh. But it's okay. Exactly, see? Ooh. Ooh. And we'll work on this. He just kind of blocks me. Good. Good boy. That was better. Good. That was getting better. Good. Woo! Woo! Yeah, scary, huh? Like, oh no. It's okay. It's okay. Good. Okay, he's shifting over here now. Good. He's letting me through onto that side of him a little better. Get him away from the fence so he doesn't feel trapped. Woo! Yeah, good. Woo! 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 Good boy. Good boy. Can you move that way? Good. Much better. There we go. Now he's starting to understand when I look at that hip to move over and not block me. Woo! He's not happy about it, but he's not running like he was in absolute terror. Let's see if he gets him. I'll pull his head this way. Go forward. Go forward. Good. Yeah. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Good. 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 Go that way. No. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Good. Good. Forward. Good. That's okay. I just dropped the lead rope there to get him to understand to go forward. Woo. Good. I like how he squared up there. Good. Then he shifted over there. He's starting to get this concept of letting me down that side. But relax. Good. There. No, you don't got to go backwards. Whoa. No. Let me come down your side. Good. Now relax. Hit you. Swing this back behind me. Now forward. Yeah, there we go. Good. 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 And then he licked and chewed as an understanding while he was going. Woo! Good. I like that. Woo! Good boy. Woo! 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 Good boy. Woo! Good. Woo! Whoop. That could have been scary for him, but he did really good. Asking for a whoa. Good boy. Good. Like that, how he came in licking and chewing with his head low. Easy. Just relax, bud. Throw the lead rope over him. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, too. It's like, while we're standing here, I'm just going to be like, okay, throwing the lead rope over you. But do you ever think exaggerated and bigger? Because that's his thing. He's jumpy. Give him a little mental and physical break here in the center. And then I might work a little bit with the flag today. Just introduce it to him. It's crazy how athletic they are, but he's panting because it's such a mental thing. Oh, it's kind of lost me. Red. Could you look at it? Red normally means it's recording, but oh, it seems to still have us. I think it just lost us. I think that's a good spot to have it. I'll have to see. I haven't filmed a lot of videos like up there. I think it can get us all in there, can it? Yeah. As long as it follows you. Ah, that's what I might have to do. I think I had it set on auto zoom. It is pretty zoom. Yeah, good boy. That was a good move. I like how he did that. He was going to leave, but then I gave him a little cluck cluck and he came back. Okay, so this is probably going to freak him out. Knowing who he is and how he responds, this is going to be a lot of pressure. So we're going to use this sparingly to begin with, because it's like if you're afraid of snakes and someone put you in a room and snakes, you would lose your mind. But if someone was like, here's one snake and it's going to be like miles away from you, you might be like, okay, I'm chill with the snake being there. Then the next day they could bring it 10 steps closer. You'd start to get more used to it. So like just exposing things to it. It's like why, we don't just like drag a horse over to something that they're afraid of and make them face their fear, because that's not how horses work. They're prey animals. Their mojo is to run. And if they're afraid of something, it's to get rid of it. I like how he's being inquisitive about it. I'm going to let it out a bit so it just blows in the wind here. Making sure to kind of just stand slightly to the side so that he has an exit and it's going to be that way and not on top of me if he does decide to peace out. Doing really good. I'm going to rub it on him. Doing really good. Good boy. Holding this a little tighter, like right here. Good boy. Yeah, see, it flipped over to the other side of him. Again, always be ready. Good. So put it on his head. But he actually did, again, yeah, he jumped. Yeah, he was a baby horse. He's like, bye, I'm out of here. But did he leave? No. I'm not holding him tight. I'm literally got just holding the lead rope so it's up off the ground and I can direct him if he came at me. And that can often be the thing too. It's like they might be fine with it on one side of them, but then as it flips over to the other side, it's really freaky. So he's kind of coming in too close to me there. He was kind of way on top of me and almost he put his shoulder at me So I used a bit more. See, right here, he's putting his shoulder in me. And I don't want that. That's where I will use it to my advantage to get him away. Because I don't want him jumping on top of me when he's afraid of something. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That's a really good response. Look at that. Hates it, but we're not leaving. Good boy. It's okay to tell him when they're being a good boy. Good boy. Good. I'm going to rub him with it. Good. Bring it back. And the cool thing with this is that it's kind of like, it makes a funny noise. And it's flappy. Again, not happy about it, but not freaking out about it. We'll see if we get a response when I ask him to move. Walk on. Walk on. Go forward, please. So we're getting the same problem we did on the other side, this side now. There we go. Go forward. Go forward. Looking at his butt, asking him to go. Good. Asking him to go. Good. Good. Now I'm going to release the pressure once he's moving forward. Give him an out. Wait till they figure it out, then give him an out. Okay. That's over the top again. Good. He's doing great. This is a lot for him. I know that this is a lot for him. Good. And I am keeping him closer because I don't want to have him run away. I'm not forcing him to say, good, that was really good. He kind of turned his hip in towards me there, so I'm going to shift him over just a smidge. I'm going to make sure that wasn't an attempt to kick at it, because sometimes that can happen too. I'm asking him to walk. Good. I'm going to bring it down on this leg here. Make sure we're cool with it. Touching our leg. Good. Keeping him walking. Good. Again, you have to be very aware of their body language. Just a shift of a hip could just be him standing there. It could also be him getting ready to kick out at it. And if I'm here, he couldn't reach me. But if I was closer, he could. Or if I didn't see that and I didn't work on it, then he could. Doing great here. Good boy. I'm going to go under the belly. Yeah, that scared him. Really doesn't like stuff around his belly, turns out. And tends to be freeze mode more than go mode. Like he's kind of one of those horses that if you didn't get him moving to do this, you would think he was fine. But I know better. Good boy. Good boy. Keep walking. Good. Just keep moving. And they can't hide fear when their feet are moving. They have to really be okay with it if their feet are moving and they're afraid of something. Good. Lowered his head there, so I'm going to rub him to a stop. But you're going to rub this on his belly. Good. Give him a little break. I'm going to ask him to turn in. Good. Give him a little break there. Good. Give it a little rub on his face. Good. Good. It's okay. Okay. Good boy. Actually doing surprisingly well. Be interesting the other side. Give him a little break again. bushes? Benson! Benzie! I'll let him sniff it on this side again. Good. Breeze feels good. Huh, buddy? Good. So same thing. We're going to ask him to let me put it on his body on this side. Coming over, so we're mounting from the right to the left. Kind of interesting. Doing really good there. See, like this horse right now, someone might think, oh, he's not running off. He's great. He's desensitized. But I guarantee you, when I ask him to start moving, he is not going to be a fan. Good. Okay. Lead rope over and prepare for takeoff. Yeah. See? But turn that way. Turn that way. Turn that way. No rearing. Go that way. Easy. Easy. Easy, Bubs. Easy. Easy, Bubs. Good. Just leave. That's how you can go. Being careful here because this is where he might kick out at it. Go forward, go forward, go forward. Good. Good. Go forward. Go forward. Good. Good. It's doing really good. Doing really good. Doing really good. 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 Good boy. Okay. Now this one's probably going to be even more fun. Under the belly. Oh, not as bad. Oh, maybe a little bit. Whoa, yeah. Fancy. Again, glad I'm not on his back. Go on, sir. Go. Go on, sir. You're fine. Bring him out this way. Good. Good. Ask him to let me go down this side. Good. Good. Good boy. Smart. Nope. Pop in there a little bit because he kind of reared up and looked like he was going to rocket launch into my face. Ooh. Ooh. Easy. Good. I'm not going to get myself trapped between a fence and an explosive horse. Don't want to die today. Good. Good. Good choice. Good boy. So it's hard this direction because his tendency is to want to turn into it, but I also don't want to keep him so close that I can get kicked or jumped on when he does get afraid. So I have to be quick to ask him to keep moving forward as his escape when he does get spooked. Like right there, right there. Good. Doing great. Good boy. My energy is super low. I'm not getting, go forward, that's it. Not getting animated. I'm just like, it's fine. Because it is fine. It's just a little tissue. What's the big fuss about? Good boy. Really good. Good. I'm going to stay here while I rub it on him. Good. Good. Want to sniff it? Okay. Good boy. I think that's the big thing too. It's like he has every opportunity to leave. I am not ever going to be able to make a 1,200-pound animal stay near me by pulling them. And that doesn't, again, it doesn't solve anything. It's like I went to the haunted corn maze the other day, and when the guy with the chainsaw came out, I was just like, get me out of here. I wanted to run, and I was the same way as him. Like, get me out of here. But then you're not supposed to run in the corn maze, so I was like, oh yeah. And I remembered that it's fake, and I don't need to run. And then I was like, okay with it, which is kind of like the same concept as them. They're like, oh, I don't have to run away. It's actually fine. It's not actually hurting me. And that's what the biggest thing is. It's like, we don't want to dance around them and treat them with kid gloves and not do spooky things. But at the same time, they have to know how to bring themselves back down to reality. Like right there. He was jumpy right there. But he didn't leave. I'm going to do it one more time this direction. Make sure we got it really good, and then he'll be done. So I'm going to ask him to step over. See, I want him to start learning to let me down this side. So this is just going to take experience. Good boy. Lunging experience. Walk on. Good. The lead rope from underneath his leg. Walk on. Good boy. Walk on. Good boy. Open. Yeah, good. Walk. Walk on. Walk on. Go, go, go. Yeah, good boy. See. No need to run. Lead rope. Here we go. Look at that. Hit him on the belly and he slowed to a walk. What a champion. And we got a release. I think we are done for today, my friend. That is a perfect stopping point. What do you think, huh? He's like, yeah. Today was a lot. Would you be able to stop the recording for me? That would be great, because then